Good morning and welcome to Monday's Early Morning Intuitive Guidance. I'm Dr. Bonnie Nussbaum here with some words of wisdom for your day, and feel a strong tug to do a little breathing today. So, in through the nose, hold, out through the mouth. Another one, in through the nose, hold, out through the mouth. Good morning, Joe Neal. Welcome, welcome. You're my first person today. In through the nose. Hold. And out through the mouth. Just wiggle your shoulders a little bit. Listen to the creaks in your neck. Take a sip of water if you have some. In the morning, a new habit to get into that would be really good for you is upon waking, a glass of water. Just drink a whole glass of water. Rule of thumb is half your body weight in ounces of water. Oi! But over time, your body adjusts to it. You aren't peeing yourself all the time. Good morning, Janine. Welcome. Glad you are here. Happy Monday. So this is my last day of the Tony Robbins Life Mastery, and we're going to be doing integration stuff. How do we take this stuff and take it into our regular day? That's one of the reasons I like doing this little drip feed. Good morning, Cindy. Welcome, welcome. You get a little dose every day, kind of sets the tone for your day. Hopefully over time, you find some of the things I'm saying leaking into your verbiage and leaking into your actions. And I like doing this little drip feed thing. Yes, an intensive is a great thing here and there, but then one has to take what one learns in that intensive and apply it day to day. Good morning, Abigail, which he's well aware of. So of course we're going to be spending time today on how are we going to integrate what we've learned into our lives. I will say that one of the tools that they retaught this time is called RPM, and it's results, purpose, and massive action plan. And I did it diligently for quite a while. My Tony Robbins coach had taught it to me. Good morning, Gwen. Welcome, welcome. And when my coaching sessions were done, somewhere along the line, that RPM thing atrophied. So I'm also one of those people who tends to make it overly difficult, overly complicated. Good morning, Mel. It's kind of like doing a painting. I would be the person that has it just the way it should be, and I keep going. So I need to practice just keeping a few things going. Good morning, Carolyn. Welcome. I already have a morning routine, and he calls it habit stacking. That, good morning, Carolyn. Welcome, welcome. That when you, and we've talked about this, I didn't have the name for it, habit stacking, but if you are going to do something new, attach it to stuff you already do every day. So if you're going to take time to spend with a mantra, every morning you brush your teeth. Good morning, Bobby. Welcome, welcome. So, and I'm not going to be on yoga today because I failed to realize this thing runs another day. So I'm going to miss this month, today's yoga, and I'll be sending a check for next week's yoga, just so you, or next month's yoga, just so you know. There, now I've got my business out of the way. Now I can get back to tending to you guys. So attaching it to something you already do. So if you brush your teeth every morning, maybe you link up your with brushing your teeth. So it looks like we might have some internet issues today. We will see what happens. Good morning, Angie. Welcome, welcome. So today we have, let's do another breath, just for shits and giggles. In through the nose. Hold. Out through the mouth. Just to bring ourselves right into the present moment. We have Ms. Tosha. Outrageous openness, letting the divine take the lead. So, for those of you who have the book, this is on page 85. The chapter is entitled The Holiday Emergency Survival Kit. And we don't have a holiday coming up too soon, but how about a day-to-day survival kit? So this part, I love this title, The Inner Tug. The Inner Tug. The quote is from Albert Einstein. People should be more like animals. They should be more intuitive. They should not be too conscious of what they do while they do it. So allow that inner wisdom to guide you, right? So she's going to share a little vignette, but as I'm talking my way through it, I want you to think about what are the times in your life when you've had that inner tug. Page 85, Cindy, that you've had that inner tug and you haven't listened to it. All right? And this is one of those stories. And the end result is, it's kind of funny, but it also makes the point. Makes the point. When you get the tug, show up. Often the next right action in life can be felt as a palpable inner pull in almost any situation. Good morning, Barb. Glad you were here. You may not know what the correct route will be tomorrow, but in the moment, if you listen, you'll be shown step by step the way to go. And I think that is so absolutely true. If you're standing at the fork in the road and you're going, I have no idea which way to go, ask for guidance. Okay, give me a sense. Which direction am I meant to go? Wait and listen. Wait and feel. You can even use yourself as kind of a human pendulum. Just stand there at that crossroads and just move around a little bit. See if it pulls you in a direction. With many people traveling during the holiday season, knowing how to honor this inner pull can be invaluable. So here's your story. I was flying during the Christmas week between Phoenix and Oakland. When I showed up at the gate for my Sunday flight, the airline announced they had overbooked. They were seriously angling for someone to give up her seat in exchange for a free voucher. But no one stepped forward, so they kept sweetening the deal. You know how that goes, right? Soon they were offering 2 free round-trip tickets anywhere in the States, plus a meal and lodging for the night. They needed just one person, one single person, yet still no takers. Everyone wanted to rush home after the holidays. My inner propulsion to stand up and volunteer was so strong, I practically had to tie myself to my chair with my shawl to stay down. I just knew I couldn't sleep in Phoenix that night. My mind couldn't understand the power of this inner impulse. I had a class to teach Monday that couldn't be missed, plus a long-awaited doctor's visit. No way could I return home late, no matter how seductive the offer. Yet I kept feeling this ferocious pull, as if celestial angels themselves were trying to yank me standing. Good morning, Deb. Welcome, welcome. Maybe they were. I finally decided to surrender and trust my gut. But just as I jumped up, another guy rushed forward. To great applause, he became the night's hero. Good morning, Peggy. Welcome, welcome. 20 minutes later, we all boarded the plane, leaving him to his lonely dinner and night at the airport Holiday Inn. I was in the last row with an empty seat beside me while we awaited the final passenger. Imagine my surprise, good morning, Cheryl, when who should come bounding down the aisle but the volunteer himself, pumping his fists in the air like Rocky Balboa. Everyone laughed and applauded once more. He sat down next to me. Hey, what did I miss? I asked. What happened? Dude, just frickin' unbelievable luck, he laughed. In the final instance, this lady got a call that her cat had escaped. She gave up her seat to go find him. Meanwhile, the airline decides to reward me for volunteering. I got to keep the 2 free tickets and still be home tonight. I was truly happy for him. But when the universe placed him beside me, I finally understood why my body had been pulling me up, despite all logic. I just hadn't listened. So, again, I want to go back to that Einstein quote, that our intuition, that inner guidance is the gift we've been given. And our society has gotten to the point our mind is meant to be the faithful servant of that intuition. The logic is in service to the intuition. We've got it backwards. We honor only logic. We pay very little attention to intuition. Let's right the ship here, people. Let's pay attention to what our gut is telling us. Have you ever had those kinds of things happen? I remember walking down the sidewalk and there was a man walking the other way and my gut was just screaming that I should cross the road. Good morning, Deb. Glad you are here. And I did not. And he grabbed me. He didn't do anything. He then let go and laughed and went on. I was probably 19 at the time. But that inner wisdom, it knew. It knew. And so we want to listen to that. We want to honor that. It's talking to us for a reason, and it is plugged in to universal knowledge. So that inner wisdom isn't just us trusting ourselves, it's us trusting the history of the ages. All of the wisdom and knowledge, we're plugged in. We're plugged in. That's what our intuition is telling us. So, did any of you think of some times when that happened, when your intuition was going, do this, do this, do this, or don't do that, don't do that, don't do that, and you didn't listen? If you want, some of you want to, there's 14 of you on here. If some of you want to put some in the feed, feel free. I know there have been times when I've done that. Stayed in a marriage 5 years too long, even though the signals were all saying, it's time to be done, it's time to be done, it's time to be done. And what is the fallout of not having listened to that, of not following that inner wisdom, that guidance? I'll share one with you right now. Red flags, absolutely red flags. Pay attention to the red flags. Warning, warning, warning. Pay attention. And the hard part about that is when you heed them and you don't do something you would be better not to, or you do something. Did I say do? I did. You do something that would be good for you to do. You don't get the feedback from the other choice, right? So if I had crossed the street, I would have been safe, but I wouldn't have gotten the feedback that, yes, you were accurate, you were correct, okay? So I think that sometimes compromises our willingness to listen within. But right now, why don't you put a hand on your heart and a hand on your belly, if you have two hands free. Hand on your heart, hand on your belly. Take a nice deep breath in. Let it go. Another one. And move into your heart space. Just feeling the stillness there. And I want you to ask within, what is one thing that you'd like me to pay attention to? Maybe intuition, you've been nudging me for some time on this. Maybe this is a new one, but I'm listening. What is one thing you'd like me to pay attention to? One more breath. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. Good morning, Tira. Welcome, welcome. And what did your body signal you? What did your intuition want you to pay attention to? And if it's one that's been signaling you for a while, there's probably a reason you haven't wanted to listen. Is it because it feels like it's too difficult? Is it because it feels like it's too disruptive? Does it feel like it's overwhelming? What is the reason why you're not heeding that guidance? And then work on that why. So I'll pick one. My internet is unstable. As long as it's not me that's unstable, we're good. Good morning, Linda. Welcome, welcome. So let's just pick one. Let's say I'm getting the nudge to leave my job, to go find a new job, blah, blah, blah. How many of us like job hunting? Yeah, not a whole lot of fun. Rather demoralizing in a lot of cases. But we're getting that nudge, okay? If the reason we're not heeding it is it's too difficult, it takes too much time, I hate interviewing, blah, 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 whatever it is, address that particular issue. So if it's too difficult, I have to redo my resume, I have to get on all these sites and look, see what's available, I have to apply, blah, blah, and notice the have to instead of a get to. So the first thing I would change is the language. I get to do this. I get to do this. I would also change the meaning of it. Means my old job sucks and now I have to find something new. No, means I am open to receiving the divine right job for me, a good fit, a place where I belong. Start making your laundry list. What are the things about a new job that you want? I want a boss who listens to me. I want to feel like I'm making a contribution. I want to be done with my job at the end of the day. Whatever those things are, make them tangible. Make a list. Make it salient, right? Then break it down, chunk it down, little bitty baby steps. So if the first thing is, I'll have to redo my resume. Okay, step one, locate your resume. Maybe you got it online, maybe you got a paper copy, whatever. Find it. Maybe you open up the Word doc and you just let it sit there. Fine, that's fabulous. You've done step one. Yay, you're one step closer to this thing being accomplished. Step two, read through my resume. Read through my resume. And funny, because I can't find my, well, it's called a curriculum vitae for me, but can't find it. I don't know which computer it's on. So as of the moment, I have no work history, because if I go back and try to figure out the dates of things, so it's somewhere in the ether. I'll find it eventually if I need it. Maybe I won't ever need it again. But just keep doing those very, very teeny tiny baby steps that are ridiculously small. Good morning, Renee. Welcome. Glad you are here and able to be accomplished. And then celebrate like crazy. Don't just do oh good, that's done. No, yay me, I found my resume, I opened it up, it's sitting on the computer, yay me. I love doing yay me, and I'll do it out loud, and people will laugh at me because they know I do that. It's me reinforcing having taken that step. Do that when you've listened to your intuition. Yay me for listening to my intuition on that thing, that wasn't going to work out and this was, and I made this choice. So that's our thing for today. If some of you want to put some examples in the feed, that would be awesome, because it helps everybody when we share our information. So a time when you listened to your intuition and it turned out well, or a time where you didn't listen to your intuition and it didn't turn out so well, what you do to listen to your intuition, let's get some things going in the feed here that are going to be helpful to all of us. So your mission today on this fine Monday, should you choose to accept it, is to listen to your intuition. Take a moment, pause. We did it on here, but do a couple more things. Write down the one that you got. Put it, make it concrete. Let's see what happens. So have an awesome Monday. I'll see you again tomorrow. Remember, you're capable of far more than you think you are. Bye-bye.